Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. I think I remember being wheeled, but that whole part is blank. I remember crying to her because I was like, Mom, you know, I was eating a burger and chips just like a few hours ago, and now I can't even eat anything. I think I was also in pain from whatever they went down my throat. That was so bad. I hated the fact that I couldn't even eat the food and that it was painful, and it's weird. I was grateful, but I was sad. I don't know. I think that's hard to understand. I wasn't blaming God, I wasn't saying, God, why me? I was just there. I'm here now. And Dr. Robert was like, yeah, you don't have cancer anymore, you're cancer free. You know, well, I walked out with a new way of life forever. One day, I don't think you can really ever be cancer free. However you get healed. I was pretty confident with Rob's decision because I just felt like God had brought me. I felt like Rob was a God-sent helper. So I wasn't concerned about what he was. I was concerned, but it was like, if God says this is how I should be treated, that this is the surgery which I want you to have, I'm not gonna start saying, okay, yeah, actually, you know what, I want to have, you know, this sort of surgery because, you know, it suits me better. I'm just gonna trust God and believe that the man who he sent to me will do the best thing, that I am in God's hands. He is in control and I do not need to worry. So it never really, I was never like, even when I was crying about the surgery and things like that, I was never like, in my mind I was clear that I would be having this surgery. I was never like, oh, maybe I should, you know, switch, you know, say instead of doing this, actually do that. So the surgery happens on the 30th of March. I do my pre-op as well. Everything's fine, everything goes well. I go in the morning, my family drops me off. My mum, my auntie, my brother. I think my little cousin was there as well. I have a picture, so I'll probably insert the picture. During this entire time, I was actually documenting this without knowing that I was documenting this, which is kind of funny. So I'll also like make a video, and but I want to do like a, you know, I want to tell y'all, you know, straight and one, you know, anyway. So go in 30th of March, come out. First thing I done when I woke up from is it local anesthetic? I don't know. First thing I done when I woke up, started singing praise songs. I don't know. I think I sang Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God, that is who you are. I think I sang that. I think I sang that song. Oh my God, I think I did. I think that was one of the songs I sang. I sang a couple songs and I remember the nurse telling me, oh my God, that's such a pretty song. And I was like, yeah, thank you so much. And then I don't know what happened, but I was in a room. The next thing I remember, I think I remember being wheeled, but that whole part is blanked. I don't remember. So after I woke up, Dr. Robert came to see me, and he was like, everything went well, the surgery went well, blah 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 blah, you know, he done so well, well done. He's just such a supportive like doctor, helper, whatever. And then yeah, I stayed in hospital. I had, by the grace of God, I was in a private wing, so I had my own shower. Oh my god, I had my own shower. You know, I was only with one other person, and we were separated by like curtains. Had a lovely view. We weren't allowed outside because it was COVID. We weren't allowed any visitors because it was COVID. So I was there on my low knees. FaceTime was the best for me. I was on the feeding tube. I could not eat, obviously, because I just had surgery in my mouth. I mean, come on now. And they did like, okay, so originally, which I forgot to say, was he wanted to do a fat pack, which is basically to cover the hole as much as possible, or even entirely if it was possible. But it turns out during the surgery that actually failed. It dropped, so because the hole was so big that he couldn't cover, I didn't have enough fat to cover the hole, so they had to fill it with some material to basically close the hole, which I didn't even know. And originally he said that he would screw the cover plate onto the top of my mouth so that it wouldn't, you know, come loose and take it out and da-da-da. But then he decided actually that, you know, just leave the cover plate loose, and that also to, you know, fill up the hole, he would use this like material, some black material, I don't even know, but yeah, they filled up the hole with that in the meantime before my post-op appointment. So I'm on the feeding tube. I'm by myself, and I was in a lot of pain. I think I was more so in pain from whatever they put down my throat. That was hurting my throat so bad. Then from the mouth itself. Oh, I found it so difficult to swallow water and to swallow food. It was just horrible. But then I also, okay, so this is the funny part. I remember, okay, so I when I FaceTimed my mom in the hospital on one of the days, I think it was like the first day, I remember crying to her because I was like, Mom, you know, I was eating burger and chips just like a few hours ago, and now I can't even eat anything because so I had to go on a puree diet. I was only allowed puree food for my whole entire stay in the hospital, and I hated it. The food tasted horrible, and I couldn't even eat this puree food. I couldn't even eat it. So I literally ate like a quarter, and I was just like, and you know, I don't know if this is like just something you have after surgery or something, but I just didn't want to eat the food. I had no motivation to eat the food. I didn't want to eat it. I just didn't want to eat the food. I don't know. And if I didn't have FaceTime or like people around me to kind of like give me the energy or the like the encouragement to eat, I honestly probably wouldn't have eaten, because I don't know, trying to think back on how I felt is kind of hard, but I hated the fact that I couldn't even eat the food and that it was painful eating the food and it's puree. And then when you see the other person, you know, who's ordered their food and they have something like fish fingers in chips, and you're here eating like pureed shepherd's pie, which is not even like, you know, shepherd's pie, you know, it's like, you know, oh my gosh. But by the grace of God, I increased in strength day after day. First I was eating puree food. I think that was one of the parts that really messed me up. I couldn't eat porridge. I couldn't even eat the porridge, and I like porridge. And I would, oh my gosh, and I would spend literally like 2 hours, 1 hour just eat the stupid food. It's not food, it's not stupid, but I would literally, just so much time of my life trying to eat this meal that's not working. And I was just like, I've had enough of this nonsense, you know. I just want to, you know, I'm just so sad right now. But it was a very quiet time. I was grateful, but I was sad. I don't know. I don't think that's hard to understand. You know, you can be grateful, but you can also be sad. I mean, I'm grateful to God that I had the surgery and that everything went well, right? And you know, all throughout my cancer stage, I never really thought that I was gonna die. I didn't have the fear of I'm gonna die. And it was also at stage 1. It was in a very strategic place where if it spread, girl, that's spreading quick. And that's spreading to, you know, important places which can kill you quick. Because it's literally right at the back of my upper palate. So that's going into all the vital places. It's going into my lungs, it's going everywhere. So I was grateful to God that, you know, I had my surgery and all, but I think I just needed to really, I don't know, you know. It was quiet. It was very quiet. It was very beautiful, and it was very quiet. You know why it was beautiful? Because I had such beautiful scenery in front of me. So I'll just look out the window. And it was quiet. I think, well, maybe spiritually I was prepared for this time. That's why I was like all over the place. And I was okay with my emotions. I was okay with crying. And I knew that my crying didn't mean that I was ungrateful or that I was upset at God. I was just crying to my God. There's a difference. I wasn't blaming God. I wasn't saying, God, why me? I was just there. I am here now. This is where I am now. This is who I am now. This is where I am now. This is me now. And I don't think it's until after, like right now in my life, that I've really started to understand the severity or the change this has had on me. So, you know, noticing differences in my face, noticing, you know, my mouth, like it feels different. This side always feels tight. Like it's got scarring, you know. Eating, I take literally forever. I get so impatient. I've had to learn how to sit and just eat and just not, you know, just eat your food and don't rush your food. Just eat your food. It's okay. You know, pepper, I'm only just trying out pepper now because the hole has gotten smaller, you know. But I used to love pepper soup. I can't have it anymore. I love my jollof rice with pepper. It tastes so different. It tastes different. I used to cook with pepper all the time. That's out the window now. That's not going to be happening. Or if I do, it's not going to be like peppery food. It's just going to be like subtle hint I now go more towards like foods like snacks, because it's just so easy to eat, and you know, I can eat them. So I literally go towards like crisps and biscuits and chocolate. And okay, I was going towards these things before, but now it's like I would rather eat a packet of crisps than have a meal, because I can just eat that packet of crisps and be done in like 10 minutes. Then have a meal and just sit down there for like an hour and just have to eat so much. I would rather get like a steak bake than, you know, have to sit down there and eat a meal with rice, you know? Or like, eating at home is fine because I can, you know, I can have food all over the place, ain't nobody care, I'm with my family. But eating outside, it's like, I can't be eating messy. I can't be eating messy. I've got to behave myself. But anyway, sidetracked. So I've come home after the 4th of April. At this point, I've now begun to, you know, eat more of my puree food, and I've moved on to yogurt. And they've given, before I left hospital, a dietitian came in. They gave me Ensure to be drinking to make up, to like make up all the nutrients, or like things that I'm not getting from eating too little. I don't know. To help me. I don't really know what the Ensure. I'll ask mum. I'll probably like write it at the bottom what it does. So I've come home. Actually, I told my mum, can you buy me crisp? Because I wanted crisp. She bought me Sensations. Lies. I tried eating it in the car. I was like, this is long. This is long. Because obviously it's like when you have wobbly teeth and you're trying to crunch on something. No, put that thing away. It's not gonna happen, babe. It's not gonna happen. I tried eating chicken. No, not gonna happen, babe. I remember mum would make me soup. When I came home, mum would make me soup. So it, watery soup, not like tomato soup, something like that. Or like what do they call these things? Casserole, the thing with like the gravy, the brown sauce. But anyway, yeah, it's like potatoes boiled soft. It's like right down boiled potatoes and carrots. And what else? I think, no, I definitely remember there being potatoes and carrots, and then she would put chicken there as well, and that's what I was eating for a few days. Honestly, coming home did it did help me to move onto solids. I was still eating soft solids. I wasn't going straight in for the jugular with rice and stuff, like, no, but I was eating soft solids. And gradually I got better, and I started eating more solid food. By the grace of God, I improved very quickly. Then it came for my post-op, and it wasn't Rob, it was someone else who saw me, and a different man. I don't know if he done my surgery with Rob or not. I'm not sure. It was a different man this time, and he took out whatever they had filled my hole with, and that was horrible. He had to like tug it to get it. Oh my gosh, he had to tug it out of the hole. Oh my god! And he was like, yeah, and it was like, oh my gums! Oh my gosh! He had to tug it out, blood everywhere. It looked disgusting. I couldn't even get a picture of it because it, like, he moved so quickly with taking it away. I was like, oh my god, wait. Yeah, he was so quick with taking it away that I couldn't even get a picture, imagine. And I was left, oh wait, when he took it out, yeah, breeze. Oh my god, when he took it out, yeah, breeze, just so much breeze. So much breeze was coming like in through my mouth, out through my nose, and I remember sitting down there and crying. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh my, because okay, so let's say April, March, April, May. Okay, so let's say my post-op was in May, yeah, and I've spent all this time relearning how to do everything with my mouth filled, with the whole filled with whatever material they filled it up with, and I'm getting used to it, you know, I'm becoming, you know, used to this. Then you take that out and now there's this huge, gigantic hole in my mouth. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute, wait, I just got used to this, now I gotta get used to this. So I remember crying because I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, this is scary. Not scary, but this is new. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. This is new. The hole was huge. And the breeze was just, and I sounded like right now, should I? So this is the cover plate, right? When they took out the material that they had used to cover the hole, I sounded way worse than this. And I was like, oh my gosh. I think I was more so also thinking about singing and just talking, you know, it was new to me and uncomfortable, let's say that. So I took it out, I was crying, my speech therapist said don't worry, but I think she was shocked herself at how different I sounded, because when I walked in there with the material in my mouth, I sounded so different to when I left, and I had no material and the hole was just there, and all that was covering it was this cover plate. So this is my cover plate, right? So, see, look, see? It's like a, woo! It's like totally different person, okay? So, as he takes it out, I'm crying, my speech therapist is like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Dr. Robert walks in, and I'm like, oh my god, hi. And he's like, have you told them the good news? Because at this point, I honestly, in my mind, I was like, cancer's done. I'm like, I don't got cancer no more. Dr. Robert walks in, he's like, have you told them the good news? I'm like, good news? What? The guy was like, good news. I think the guy was even like, good news. And Dr. Robert was like, yeah, you don't have cancer anymore, you're cancer free. Woo! So I actually was told that I was cancer free. I don't remember the day, but when I check, I can tell you, but I think it was like the 22nd of, I probably had my post-op in April. No, it must have been in May. Anyway, I'll put the date when this appointment happened. Yeah, I was told that I'm cancer free and I don't have any more cancer, and it was a good thing that we went with Dr. Robert's option of surgery, because he said it was beginning to spread into the bone. So, you know, isn't my God always on time? Isn't my God always on time? Yeah, so thank God that we went with Dr. Robert's idea and not anybody else's, because you're a gal. Who would have known? God would save me most likely, but I would have gone through like unnecessary things like chemotherapy and things like that, when, you know, it could have just been removed one time with surgery. Of course, you know, you have to weigh which one you want. You know, do you want chemo or do you want surgery? And sometimes you're gonna have to have surgery and chemo and radiation therapy, but I'm gonna have to have that. So, you know, or I walked out with a new way of life, forever. Yeah, so that's been okay. So here we go. Recently, it's been settling in that this is gonna be me forever. And before, okay, see, I'm so sorry, I'm all over the place. But before, in the appointments about, you know, the steps to dealing with my cancer, with the cancer that decided, you know, it was gonna come to me. It decided that it was gonna visit me. I don't like you. When we were discussing what to do about me, Dr. Robert had said that we could, you know, after this surgery, get reconstructive surgery to close the hole completely. Okay, now this is where we are. So I've given y'all, you know, what happened, and now there is what is happening. So now I've got an appointment in June, right? I got an appointment in June. Okay. So funnily enough, let me not tell y'all that yet. Okay, so he has said that we could get reconstructive surgery to close the hole, right? Now, I was actually prepped for surgery, but it didn't go ahead. We believe, or I think the reason was, I forgot if we got the answer or not, but we believe the reason for that operation not happening was because of my thyroid. Because my thyroid, my hyperactive thyroid, wants to go boom, 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 boom. You know, when it's about to be surgery. Like, this babe wants to show up like, hey, you know, I was calm. But all of a sudden, when it was time for my ECG, this thyroid wants to make my heart be like, just all over the place, being a mean menace, okay? So, surgery didn't go ahead. Then recently we've started discussions again, and I have an appointment in June to decide what's gonna happen. But here is the thing that we've learned. Basically, because the fat pack failed the first time, Dr. Robert is not sure if we can do it again, because there wasn't enough fat the first time, you know, in my mouth the first time. And if he wants to do a fat pack, then it would mean further scarring, which will mean, you know, more irritation for me, because, you know, this scarring's not gonna go away. Okay, sure, you know, it may loosen, nice, fine, but I'm always gonna have scarring, right? Also, it might not work, so it might fall, and then, you know, what do you do? what do you do? So he has said that we should think about it, you know, because there's a lot of, you know, with surgery, he said there's a lot of things that could go wrong. So he has said that we should think about it, and you know, by the appointment in June, maybe, you know, we can have a, you know, a more you know, a more serious discussion on what to do next. So yeah, that is what has happened. I had cancer and I made it out, baby. I made it through. I am a past, I am a cancer survivor. I wear my badge loud and proud. And you know, actually I'm going to take out my cover plate to say this. I am Elle and I am a cancer survivor. I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 19, and I celebrated my 20th birthday and my 21st, and I'll be celebrating my 22nd this year. Right? Cancer, I beat your ass. My God always got me. You ain't got me, no. You ain't got me, no. Okay? I beat cancer's ass. I said, cancer, bye-bye. I don't want to know you anymore. Yeah. I made it through, baby. And you see me now? You see me now? Look at me now. I'm a masterpiece. So yeah, I had cancer and cancer free. At the end of the day, I don't think you can really ever be cancer free however you get healed or however you are delivered from cancer. Because as you can see, though I'm cancer free, cancer has left its mark on me. And that's just gonna be forever. I'm just gotta get used to this new me. When you get chemotherapy and radioactive chemo and radioactive therapy, is it called? You know, it affects your body. It doesn't just, you know, go through you without any consequences. So when you have surgery, you're gonna lose something, or when you have therapy, you're gonna lose something. But by the grace of God, I'm alive, and I just want to say happy cancer-free anniversary to me, because this month is the month where I had my surgery just in the nick of time. In the mighty name of Jesus, amen. Thank you so much for watching my video, and bye bye. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. This is quite a while after. It's 8 p.m. Really bad. I've only managed to eat this much. I'm not used to wasting food, but I actually can't eat it. It's so sick. I just look like I'm going through a hard time when I start eating, and everything feels hard.
But the other is easier to eat. Which is a good thing. Yeah. Need to call the nurse to take it away. I'm finding it really difficult. God knows that already, and he's here with me, so it's fine. You know, I said I don't like the practice in my mouth, but my mouth is where I eat from, speak from, sing from. I need my mouth. So I'm kind of annoyed. I just want this to be over. 5 Pray for me. Working. See you soon. Bye. Hmm.